Hello, how are you today? Today, I want to talk about the fact that I am a productivity nerd. I love apps and hacks and tips and tools that help me to be more efficient. And this nerdness also helps me create my art. So if you're always looking for ways to be more productive, keep going to read the article or keep going to watch this video. I said article because I write an article about this too, and I tend to use it when I'm recording these videos. And if you see me glance away from the camera, it's because I'm kind of just checking my notes. Anyway, so like I just said, I'm a productivity nerd, and this trait helped me to be more efficient and productive in school when I was a kid, at work as an adult, and it continues to help me as an artist who creates feelings out of fiber. I was born organized. I came out of the womb putting everything in neat and tidy order. Okay, that's not really true, but being organized does come very naturally to me. And everything did and does always have its place, and I keep clutter to a minimum. I consider this to be a productivity hack because when everything has a place, I don't have to spend precious time searching for whatever it is I'm looking for. So I group like with like in my studio, even storing my fabric stash along the Roy G. Biv spectrum. And as a nerd note, I do the same with my clothes closet, so everything's organized by color in my closet. So this spreads throughout the entire house. But by organizing my tools in the studio in an order that makes sense to me, I can spend my time in the studio productively rather than losing time searching for whatever the next thing is I need. And so when I walk into my studio, I know exactly where to go and what I'm doing next, maximizing my creative time. I'm also a prolific list maker. I really love a good to-do list. Productivity nerd again. I use a digital tool to capture all the tasks I need to complete and the projects I'd like to play with. So my list making has morphed into a much more efficient practice as I've grown older, particularly when I was balancing a full-time corporate job with my art making. I needed something to keep track of all the things I wanted to do when I wasn't at my job so I could again maximize my creative time. So when I was exploring various ways to keep track of all my to-dos, I came across the Getting Things Done method by David Allen. It was created by this gentleman. And the principle behind this method is to write down or type, if you're using a digital method, every single to-do or project that comes to mind. So you do a brain dump and you get it all out of your head. And whenever a task floats through your brain, you write it down. And then once a week, you sort through these items and organize them into various categories. So I adore this method, and I've adapted it to work for me. I don't use the categories Mr. Allen suggests because they don't make sense for me, and I've adapted quite a bit of it, but the brain dump piece of it, I really just absolutely use. I mean, you'll see me occasionally, I'll think of something and I'll pull up my phone and I'm typing a task into my Todoist app. Which is where I store all of this. So I do keep everything categorized, and like I said, I use Todoist, which is an electronic app that works on your phone, your tablet, on your computer. You can really it syncs across all of these things. And one of the things I really like about Todoist is that I can schedule my tasks as well in that app, which allows me to easily plan my day and my week ahead. So when I open up the app, I click today, and I know exactly what I'm supposed to do for that particular day. And I can sort through the rest of the list and move stuff and move them in categories and buckets and give them dates and whatnot, which is really awesome. So an added bonus, though, of following the brain dump suggestion of the GTD method is that it frees up the brain. And so all the clutter of all the things that need to be done is removed and stored somewhere else, which opens up space for greater creativity. And so when I'm looking for something to do, all I've got to do is go to my list. I don't have to sit there and rack my brain for what was that next thing I wanted to get accomplished. And then, like I said, because my brain isn't all cluttered with all of these to-dos, I can think more creatively. So I also enjoy designing processes to create greater productivity. And so as a result, I designed a process to create my own art. From start to finish, each of my textured fiber paintings is created through a series of 25 steps. And these steps take me through from design through the photographs of the completed piece, from stitching through entering it into my inventory log. So every time I start a new textured fiber painting, I copy my project template and rename it with the piece I'm going to make. And the template is stored in Todoist, so I don't have to try to remember what I want to do next. Now, truth be told, I've made so many of these textured fiber paintings now, I know what all my steps are. But I like continuing to use the list because, again, I can schedule the date or dates I'm going to do each step in Todoist. And because at the end of the day, thinking is hard. So why do I want to do more of it than I have to? Seriously, though, by creating a template to follow, I ensure I can be more proactive and productive in the studio because I don't have to waste time thinking about what to do next. So the hacks I've mentioned today are just a tiny sample of the ways I use productivity to create my art. Because there's only so many hours in the day, right? And the more productive I can be in the time I have, the more art I can make. So I'm always looking for ways to work smarter and not harder because like I said in an earlier video, I'm a lazy artist. By leveraging these processes, apps, and my own innate organizational skills, I'm able to spend more time creating art and less time trying to figure out what to work on next. And I call all of the things I do the Hilary method, and I teach it to others. So with the Hilary method, I can help you find processes, apps, and the innate skills you already possess that work best for you, so you too can increase your productivity. And by ramping up your productivity, you'll find time to be more creative, spend more quality time with family, get more done at work, fit in time to exercise, or whatever it is you'd like to have more time to do. All of that can be accomplished by learning the Hilary method. So if you could use some help to be more productive, get in touch with me and we'll schedule time to chat about the Hilary method, which again is my process to help you become more productive and proactive so you can be more creative or more of whatever it is you want. And so if you liked what you saw today or what you watched and heard today, please share this with the one person you absolutely know would love to watch it too. All right? That's it for today. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.